Hi, my name is Trey Coker, and this is a walkthrough of my JavaScript project for the Flatiron School. My application is called Sophia, a philosophical companion. It is a single-page application using Ruby on Rails as a API on the back end and JavaScript for the front end. So let's dive in. So we're on our home page here. We have three buttons here at the bottom for different routes we can go. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Browse Schools, which will give us a list of different historical schools of philosophy, each one of them rendered here on its own little card we can click on, which will give us kind of the time period, the focus of what each school the focus of study, and also some of the philosophers that we might see on there. Still inputting data on this at this time. My goal is to have all of Western philosophy from ancient Greek pre-Socratic philosophers all the way up through modern day. So we can click on any school that we want to explore further, and it will render here information about the school itself, kind of a historical overview. At the bottom, we have different philosophers from that school, which we can select, which then pops up here in this modal and will give us a biography of each of the philosophers, nice little avatar here, and also links to any of the works by the philosophers that are free public domain. If you click on one of these, it will pop up the work itself in a separate tab. So going back, we can go back to the schools if we want, or if we click this here up top, it takes us back to the home page. We can also browse pantheons, which are what users can create their own pantheons of philosophers that they want to learn from. So let's create our own right now using this option, Create Pantheon, which will give us a form here. We can name our pantheon, and you can choose 2 to 5 philosophers that you want to. So I'm just going to pick 5 here. Let's go with Pythagoras, Socrates, Aristotle, Epicurus, and then from here we do create Pantheon, which will send our fetch request to the database, instantiating a new object for the Pantheon class. And here's our Pantheon show page. It has some instructions. You can click on a philosopher's image to counsel them, or you can click this inquiry button here to receive a philosophical exercise. So with the philosophers that are in my Pantheon, I can choose any of them and it will give me a quote by the philosopher, and it generates a different one each time. It's in the database to have all the different philosophers' quotes in the database. So it's kind of cool. You can just kind of get little bits of wisdom depending on which perspective you want to inquire. If I click on their name, I will get the same show page there with the biography for each philosopher. And this inquiry button here is cool. It gives you actual different exercise. There's some meditation instructions or journaling exercises. So if I click inquiry, this is a journaling exercise, which gives you a question to journal about, and also some instructions. It's just a cool way of helping people take these kind of teachings and actually implement them into their lives in a practical way. If I do complete inquiry here, then each time I select it, it's going to give me a different prompt to go off of, or a different exercise, which is pretty cool. It's a way that keeps you coming back to learn. And the inquiries are different depending upon which philosophers you choose. So there's actually incentive to learn and an opportunity to learn from perspectives you might not normally be exposed to, which is pretty cool. If we go back here, it will show us the show page for the pantheons, which you'll be able to see other user created pantheons and also go inquire with them. And right now this is the only one we have, so it's a similar show page to the school show page. And if I click here, it goes back to the start. So yeah, that's it. That's the application Sophia for my Flatiron JavaScript project. I appreciate your time and I look forward to your feedback. Thank you.